2 of your UT Pellissippi State Bridge Program Orientation. I met you all yesterday. My name is Rebecca Ashford, and I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs here at Pellissippi State Community College. And we are all very pleased that you are here today for day 2. How many of you are really tired? Oh, good. That means you're getting a lot of information, which you've all memorized, right? It's all committed to memory. You're not going to forget anything. You will never have any more questions. Just kidding. So, you've heard many times throughout the last 24 hours that you're in a unique program. You're in a unique program. You all applied to UT, and you find yourself here at Pellissippi State Community College. And I'd like to start today by hearing from you, if you could raise your hand, just hear a few thoughts. What are your thoughts about attending a community college? What are the things that you've always heard about attending a community college? Is that a hand? No? Everyone's very tired and quiet. Have you heard anything? Just yell something out. Smaller classes, that's absolutely true. What else have you heard? It's easier. Who said that? Is it easier? That, I'm so glad someone said that and so quickly, because that is what I would like to address this morning. There was another hand over here. Was it? Build a stronger foundation. Excellent, excellent. That's very, very true. We find that our students who attend community college and Pellissippi State in particular do as well, if not better, when they transfer to the university. But I want to address this notion of community college classes being easier. We have some faculty here in the room. If you're faculty, if you could raise your hand. I see a faculty member over here. And there's a faculty member back there, and there's a faculty member down here. Are our classes easier? I hear our students snickering. No, our classes are not easier, and I think it's very important for this group of students in particular for you to understand that because you're doing your first year at a community college doesn't mean that your first year will be easy. You've heard over and over, I know I was there until about 11:30 yesterday morning, and I heard many times, just in the few hours that I was there, information about being successful in college and being really attentive to what you're doing, staying focused, going to class, studying, taking advantage of resources, and I want to stress that again today. Again, because our classes are not easier. You will find that you will be doing a lot of work outside of class. Can anyone remember yesterday, I think it was Anton Reese, who said the number of hours per class, the number of hours outside of class that you need to spend studying. Can anyone remember that number? That's right. 2 hours for every hour in class. So if you're taking 15 credit hours, so that means you're in class 15 hours per week, how many hours will you be studying? 30. So if you're in 15 hours of classes, you're in class 15 hours plus 30 hours, how many hours are you working for school? 45 hours. That's a full-time job, plus overtime. And that's if you do the minimum. Okay, and we want you all to not just do the minimum. We want you to do very, very well. We want you to zoom past the 2.0 required in the first semester and zoom past the 2.5 required to continue on at UT after 2 semesters here at Pellissippi State. And I know that you'll do that. You've got a great team people working with you. You've got Jesse Abernathy and Aaron overall in the program. You've got each other. You'll all be living in the same residence hall at UT in your living learning community, so you need to take advantage of the resources around you. Okay, that was point number one. What was the other thing? You heard this over and over yesterday, and I'm going to make you hear it again today. You're going to hear it over and over. Do you need to attend class? Yes. Yes. Probably one of the most important things that you can do. You need to know your instructor. You need to not miss anything. I think it was Anton Reese who said yesterday that your instructors might cover 2 or 3 or even more chapters of material in one class. What about the first day of class? Do you need to go then? They're just going over the syllabus, right? No, you need to attend. You need to attend every day. Also, if you are on financial aid, the Pell Grant, you could actually lose your financial aid if you don't attend class, and not only lose your financial aid, but have to then turn around and pay it back. You really don't want to be in that situation. But you all aren't going to do that because you're going to go to class every day, so you're not going to have problems. The other thing I recommend to you all is to ask questions and make no assumptions. And what I mean by that is, particularly in the program that you're in, don't assume that you can just withdraw from a class. Don't assume that you know the rules. You need to clarify what the rules are and the parameters are for your situation. And that's outside of class. Same thing goes inside of class. Do not assume. Talk to your instructor, talk to your faculty member, ask questions. Don't assume you understand something and then find out when you have to take your test that really indeed you did not understand something. The final preachy thing I will say to you is, again, remember, you are in a unique program. And who are the people that you need to ask questions of? Probably not your friends sitting next to you in class. You're going to be in classes with students who are not in the UT Pellissippi State Bridge program. And you're going to hear them talking about the classes that they need to take and their situation. And you need to remember that their situation is not your situation. And if you have a question, you need to talk to an advisor in the Bridge program. You need to talk to Aaron, you need to talk to Jesse, you need to talk to your student success mentor, somebody who is affiliated with this program and knows the rules related to this program. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention. We've got a pretty full day for you today, up until about noon. And then this afternoon, those of you who've not already registered for classes, could you raise your hand if you've not yet registered for your Pellissippi State classes? Okay, a good number of you. We have advisors available here today to help you register for your classes. We do not want you to leave our campus today without a schedule in hand. That's a very important goal for us. We're going to break into groups. You all have a card. The card is a different color. You all have different cards that's going to break you into groups. And students, you're going to break into groups and go with your student and faculty leaders. And parents are going to stay here to learn more about supporting your student in college. And I don't just mean financially. I probably don't mean it all financially. But supporting them so that they can be successful. Students, when you go into your group, you're going to go to a very important session which will teach you to log into all of those accounts that were mentioned yesterday. I know yesterday over and over we referred to your UTK account and your My Pellissippi account, and you probably thought, when the heck am I going to learn how to do that? Well, you're going to learn how to do that today. And remember, you have to check both your Pellissippi State and your UTK email on a regular basis. Okay. I really want to be a broken record about these things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce your student leaders, who will introduce your faculty leaders, and then do a couple more little housekeeping things. things, and then we'll break into your groups. So if I could have Hillary Wilson come down. Yay, Hillary! Applaud. Hillary Wilson is an elementary education major from Maryville, Tennessee, and she's very involved at Pella City State. You will see her around a lot. She's a new student orientation leader. She's a Phi Theta Kappa member, which is the honor society for 2-year colleges. And can you tell us about your favorite class?
My favorite class at Pella City State was bowling.
Hillary.
It was really fun, and I got up to like bowling on 150, which when I started out at 70, I thought 150 was excellent.
If you live nearby and you've seen any of our commercials, you may have seen Hillary in some of our commercials. That's why they came. Very good. She's excellent. She should major in marketing. Okay, Hillary, could you introduce your faculty leader?
Yes, my faculty leader is Senora Harper. She's a professor of Spanish here at Pella City State. And the cool thing about her is she's actually a Pella City State graduate. And then she went to UT. So she has connections all around. So hopefully today will be a fun day.
Thank you so much. And Hillary is leading the Orange Group. Next, the Minty Green Group will be led by Nathan Roman. Nathan is also very involved at Pella City State, new student orientation leader, Gnosis Club president. Oh yes. And that's a very interesting club that sponsors a lot of academic activities. I hope you'll get involved in that. He's a student success mentor, a tutor, and he recently went to a really cool place. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
About a month ago, I got back from Greece with the Intensive Study Abroad program here at Pella City State. Well, all TVR institutions. It's pretty awesome. Went up to the Parthenon twice. Saw some great cities, things that were talked about, things like the Odyssey and the Iliad. It's pretty awesome all around.
Did you introduce your faculty leader?
The Mint Green Group is going to have a faculty leader, is Keith Norris. He's been with Pella City State since 1994. What's really fun about that, though, is I remember sitting in the theater that year watching The Lion King. Which I just had to throw in there because he wants to smack me for it right now. But, go ahead. Turn it back over to Dr. Asher.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Our students keep us young. Next in the gold group is Rajni Biles. Come on down, Rajni. Rajni is from Trinidad and Tobago. Ooh, that's very far, far away. And can you tell us about some of the work you've been involved in here, the department you work with, and maybe any committees you might be on?
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Rajni. In case you didn't know, Trinidad and Tobago is part of the Caribbean islands. So if you think about Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Barbados, all those little islands, we are the last one in the chain. So it's about 1,500 miles away. I'm actually a student here on campus, but I also work with the Access and Diversity Department, and I'm involved with the International Committee here on campus as well. Committed to internationalizing our curriculum, and part of the Multicultural Awareness Club. So very involved on campus with many and varied things. Being a student here on campus is my greatest achievement. I'm 46 years old, doing this for the second time, and will succeed this time. Absolutely. My faculty leader is Linda Koslet. She's a history professor here on campus, U.S. history. She's been with Pella City for 3 years, but she's been a professor for 10 years. She actually, back in the 1980s, was part of a TV program, so she's a celebrity. It was called Baseball Bunch, and I'm sure she will tell you about that.
Thank you. And the 1980s was just yesterday, in case you're wondering. All right. Finally, I'd like to introduce Stephanie Michael. There she is, in the yellow group. Stephanie. Come on down. Okay. Okay, and Stephanie's group is back there in the yellow group. Woohoo! And Stephanie is very busy because she has two majors. She's getting an AAS in management and then also getting an AS degree to transfer on. And where do you want to transfer to? Do you know?
UT for my master's degree, but before I go to Maryland College.
Very good, very good. She's very involved on campus as a student leader at our Division Street campus, which is excellent for students who might be attending our Division Street campus. And of course, she's involved with new student orientation and the new president of Phi Theta Kappa for Division Street. Excellent. So she's a very good student. And what are your plans for the future?
I am going to change the way that America educates our children. I'm already in the process of developing new learning styles and techniques to be introduced into all levels of school. Oh, my faculty leader, where to go? He's David Key. He's Professor Key or Mr. Key, however you want one or the other. He is Professor of History, and he is also Assistant Director for anybody who might want to study abroad. He also has something in common with you because he's a current UT student and a previous graduate of UT as well.
That's right. He's getting his PhD from the University of Tennessee. Anytime now, right? think he's writing a dissertation right now. Okay, a couple of other things before we break into your groups. Pellissippi State has a common academic experience, and that common academic experience each year is based around a common book. And this year's common book is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I actually just finished reading this a couple of days ago. A very good book. You will get a copy of this book at today's new student orientation, and which will save you about $16. So woohoo, you're saving money by being here today. So I highly recommend that you read this book over the summer. Very, very interesting. It has so much in it. There's science, there's ethics, there's history, really. And it's just a really good, it's nonfiction, it's a wonderful story, and I highly recommend you read it over the summer. Why, you might ask? Because more than likely it will be assigned reading to you in some of your classes in the fall or spring semesters. May as well get a jump on things and read it over the summer, so you will have one less thing. And you will all get a Pellissippi State academic planner. We don't have those with us today because when they came back to us from the printer, they have sent them back. So you all have a little pink card in your folders where you can either come to the student life office here on this campus, or if you're at Division Street, you can go to the main office after, I believe, August 1st to pick up your free student planner. Becky, is there anything else you want me to say?
That's great.
All right.
That's great.
That's great. Very good. So we will dismiss you one group at a time. Family members, if you could please stay here because your next activity takes place in this room. So why don't we have Stephanie's group, the yellow group, if the student